Welcome back, everybody. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at logging. Now, logging in itself is a way to track what's going on in the network. So there's lots of logs. You can look at debug logs. You can look at, routing adjacency logs, IP routing fluctuation logs, all kinds of stuff that you can log. So what we want to focus on here is what is actually going on in the background. So if I'm having a problem with something, how do I handle that? And that's one of the things that I find a lot of people, they know that they can look at the logging, but how do you export it and stuff like that? So we're going to take a look at local logging, how you can log locally, do some syslog, and then how you would log debugs, and then we'll take a look at how you can timestamp them. So the configuration of this is actually going to be pretty straightforward. I've actually got it set up here on locally here to show you guys how this works. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up our topology, and we have R5 in this particular case is where we're going to start. And on R5, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to simply type in do show log. In the log right now, we're logging debugs, logging monitor, so we're actually getting output to the console. And then the buffer logging is debugging, which means I'm logging everything. I can be more specific if I want to, or I could be very generic. So let's actually go ahead and let's do a jump out of here and do a show log. So the way this actually works out here is this first portion here is the this is the timestamp. So this was taken a few days ago, but this right here is this is the syslog output, stating that this percent sign indicates that it's a syslog. Okay, it's a notification of something. If I was running a debug, that would have a slightly different output. I can look here and it says BGP, so this is going to be your who sent it to you. So the BGP routing process sent the facility, and this guy here is the logging level. It's a 3. So you have 0 through 7. So 0 being critical alert, 7 being a debug, which is everything. 3 is kind of in the middle. And then we have a notification. So this was what it is that was being sent. So this is basically your identifier. And then you have the actual message itself. So that's basically what a syslog is. And this is local logging, and it's also local syslog. Now if I was to minimize this, and let's go ahead and pull up my home router again, and I'm going to pull up this guy right here. I've got my logging, I've got my TFTP D64 set up right now, and I've got him set up so that when I'm logging, actually I logged it to, I'll go ahead and load and open that one as well. Go ahead and log, and I'll go to global config, and I'll show you guys how this works. So here on my home router, I'm going to go ahead and type in logging host is going to be 10.255.1.151. Okay, so what's going to end up happening is for everything that I log, and I type in logging, and I specify logging buffered, and I specify, I want to log everything. So I'm going to say 7. And I say logging host, or I could say logging, and then I could specify I could say 10.255.1.151, and then if I log out, we're going to get a message right here. It says there was a logging message received. So it's CLI initiated. Then I go up to here and I go to say config T, and I type in do show. Actually, I want to do this. I don't want to show you everything I got going on here. Show IP interface brief. And I want to type in interface loopback, 10. And I'm not logging every line of configuration, but if I was to say, if I wanted to log out and say, go ahead and take this a step further and specify logging. There is a way to specify this. Forgot what the level is. There's a way of doing that where you specify every little detail that you log. I believe that is when you are doing it from a AAA configuration. So you could say for every line specified, I can say end, and then you'll see another log message created. So everything is good to go there. That's basically logging. The timestamps, if I went up here and type in service timestamps, and I want to specify log for logging timestamps, I could say date time and specify the local time, and I can specify that there is the down to the millisecond level and hit the enter key. That's now what I'm logging at. If I type in service timestamps debug date time millisecond and hit the enter key, that's going to allow me to come in here to a show services and show service show IP service. No, that's not it. Show service. Show timestamps. No, show log. It's going to let me see what I logged recently. And as you can see here, I did a couple of these. These are the local loggings. All that is good, and you can see that over here on my Syslog server. So I'm just punting all that data to this router right here. So I can go ahead and exit out, and I'm good to go. That's how you would manipulate your timestamps. So that's really it. Until next time, guys, thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you in the next one.